going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's well. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm back. Had a nice day off yesterday. Yeah, I also had a little bit of mic trouble yesterday during that video, as a lot of you were happy enough to tell me. And turns out I just had my mic volume all the way down for some reason. So I was talking, just no one could hear me, which is fine. It happens. Anyways, got a good one for you today. Before I hit that play button, you already know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe to your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Robin Ward.
Robin Ward, that's your case you're here for.
And Your Honor, I spoke with Ms. Ward earlier today, advisor of her rights. I believe she understands them. We will be challenging probable cause.
Mr. Robbins, could you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear and affirm the information and testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
On 3/14/2024 at 08:18 hours, law enforcement were called to Johnson Boulevard Southwest and 27th Avenue Southwest. Reports of a vehicle stopped in the road with an unresponsive driver at the wheel. The vehicle was stopped past the stop sign. Other drivers at the scene honked at the vehicle and reported seeing that the driver was conscious but looking around and appeared unresponsive. The driver was ID'd as Robin Ward through her DOL photo. Ms. Ward appeared very disoriented upon first contact with law enforcement responders. Thurston Fire Department evaluated her but did not find any obvious medical issues. Her eyes were droopy and glossy and her speech was delayed. She took a PBT which showed a VAC of 0.00. She showed 0 out of 6 on the HGN and 5 out of 8 on the walk-in turn, taken to Capital Medical Center where a blood draw was performed.
All right, so right away, she's under suspicion of driving under the influence. We don't know what of. Not alcohol. Blew 0.0. She blew all zeros. And yeah, but she was stopped in the middle of the road. Whatever. Took a blood draw. So we'll find out more information. But this is where the interesting things go down. Because the entitlement of her and her husband right now is, yeah, I mean, they're upset. I get it. But it gets wild. Let's go.
Mr. Stillwell?
Thank you, Your Honor. I acknowledge that on the field sobriety test, clues of impairment were noted in the walk-in turn. I also read that the one-leg stand was administered and 0 clues came back on that one. As counsel noted, 0 clues on the HGN test. No drugs or alcohol were found on Ms. Ward or in the car. She didn't admit and in fact denied using drugs or alcohol. Certain statements in the police report kind of justifying this becoming a DUI investigation or cites to her general demeanor being disoriented, appeared being confused and generally zoned out. Her appearance was somewhat disheveled and she was wearing untied boots with no socks on. I don't necessarily think these appear to me to be innocuous facts, not necessarily connected with substance abuse. She may have been going through something in the car there, but I don't see evidence of impairment, frankly, from what's in the police report.
Mr. Robbins?
Your Honor, the strongest thing here is that she was asleep at the wheel. It slightly almost into the intersection, past the stop sign line at 08:18 hours. Had fire found that there was something medically wrong with her, I would not.
At what time? 08?
08:18, so 8 in the morning.
8:20 in the morning.
But I mean, we do note that there was no odors of intoxicants. And of course, those 2 SFTs that had 0 clues.
Was a warrant requested?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, taken together, again, the standard of probable cause, is it more likely than not? It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. Listening to all those things, ma'am, I am going to find probable cause for driving under the influence of alcohol and/or drugs. That's a gross misdemeanor, which carries with it a maximum penalty of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Is she requesting court-appointed counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, just to clarify, the charge is physical control.
Physical control, thank you. We have been in
But
physical control, and I knew that because of the facts. That was just a misstatement on my part.
No, that's fine. Yes, requesting court-appointed counsel.
I'll appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent you.
For those of you that don't know, physical control is a form of a DUI, but you're not actively driving. You're just essentially in your car with it running, even though the officers didn't see you driving. Just the assumption is you still would have driven after that. So that's what physical control is.
We're going to set conditions of release. I'm going to hear from the state, and then I'll hear from Mr. Robbins. And then, what's your name, sir? And then, what's your relationship?
My girlfriend, mama.
Got it. Did you want to say something?
Yes, that I'm here to show the support, and she's got a family behind her, and that was in the morning. When
Okay, I don't want you to talk about what's alleged here. We're not,
I just woke up, sir.
okay,
But
well,
anyway.
okay.
But I'm here to show support and say that she's her main provider for ride to school for her 14-year-old son that lives with us, and main care provider for our 17-month-old son who lives. We live in a place where we rent just a block, less than a block away from where she ran out of gas. And
So again, I don't want any mention of anything that's alleged, and neither does she, I can tell you.
she needs to. I
Okay.
need her home.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
So let me hear from the state on conditions of release, and then I'll hear from Mr. Stillwell.
Your Honor, the state notes a previous successful deferred prosecution in 2016 and a previous DUI to negligent driving first in 2011. However, I mean, given that there's someone here to speak for her, the state is comfortable with the PR release. The state doesn't necessarily feel that ignition interlock device is needed. However, it'd be required by the statute. State doesn't feel a scram device is needed, but state requests pretrial services.
Say that again, please. So ma'am, pursuant to the city's request, you're going to be released on your personal recognizance. Conditions of your continued release are you're not to have any criminal law violations, don't drive without license or insurance. You're not to consume any alcohol. I know alcohol is not alleged here, but you're still not to consume any alcohol. Don't have any controlled substances out of our prescription. Don't refuse a breath test. Stay out of all bars and taverns. Don't drive without license or insurance. Statute requirement is you're required to get an ignition interlock device within 48, or any car you drive from here on out, you're to get ignition interlock. You're also not to have any criminal law violations. You're going to report to pretrial services within 48 hours of right now on the, please don't interrupt me, on the release order you're going to get, there's a phone number for pretrial services. You need to call that. And then you're also going to make you eligible for the substance monitoring program with the friendship diversion program. You could contact them as well. Probably required to give you ways upon request. Your next court date is going to be April 24th. Did you say at 9? At 9 a.m. for pretrial. You wanted to say something?
Sir, we cannot afford this internet. We can't afford that.
Okay,
I don't want an income family.
Okay. Okay, so hang on just a second for a second. So stop it. It's the statute requirement. I don't have that discretion.
It's okay.
Yep, and there's nothing I can do about that. And what's that? For what? No, we don't do that. Yep. And so that's, again, that's a statutory requirement. That's given her history, so I don't, and
We're just struggling with all.
that's beyond me. And do you understand all that, ma'am? Ms.
All right, now we're gonna hear from her. Which she probably should just say yes. Anyways, I'm gonna let the video play out. You guys are all awesome. I will see you later tonight for my live. Hope you guys hope to see you there. Till next time. Bye.
Ward, can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't know I could actually talk.
Okay.
This, I don't understand. No. I don't.
Okay.
It's very, very confusing to me, actually.
Well, I've appointed Thurston County Public Defense to represent you. You should have contact information for that organization. I would urge you to speak with one of whoever gets assigned to represent you. And then hopefully that individual can clear up some of your confusion. But you'll get
I
released
hope
here
so,
later
too.
today. What's that?
I said, I sure hope so too, because this is not happening.
Okay. She'll get released here later today.
Very fictitious of the water police.
Okay.
It's wrong. They should have done this. She woke up.
Okay, so we've concluded the hearing.
Is there somebody that's gonna come get me?
That I don't know.
I
Okay.
need someone.
Apparently,
to
Mr.
get
Kresge is going to come and get you. And
me. Thank you.
you're free to be taken back.
Thanks.
Mr. Stillwell, who's seated to your left?